Well, good afternoon, everyone. Let me just turn this on silent, like we do for meetings. So, how has everyone been? I don't believe we did a live last week. It was a bit hectic and just didn't have time to fit it in. So, but anyway, never mind. We're here now. So, first things first with the channel, as we always do. Let's get the kettle put on. So, how has everyone been? It's been well, at the minute, it's so draining at work at the minute, mentally. It's, yeah, literally struggling to keep up with everything at the minute. It's, yeah, we won't comment too much more, but it's, I'll say there's a lot on at the moment, and it's starting to become a bit challenging. That's all I'll say. So, but there, we'll hang in there. It's not like you can just chop and change jobs, and that'd be nice if we could all do that every now and again. But there, we're not all that lucky. So, anyway, hopefully we'll have some people come on and tune in. If not, obviously you can always look at the playbacks. And if you're on my channel visiting, there's got lots of videos now. I think we're on about 106 now. So I suppose actually in the YouTube world, that isn't actually bugger all, really, is it? But for me, that's a decent amount. So, but we will have another conversation with the channel during this video, as I've got some thinking, I think, on. We'll put it that way. Anyway, so. I better finish this last cuppa off, or this gets cold. Let's get in there. Now, yesterday, I got some quick videoing done. Unfortunately, because of workload, it's not been not really a great chance to go out and get a lot of videoing done. So hopefully, I must get out this weekend and do something. But we did capture a couple of churches yesterday. Not really done a kind of church dedicated video for a while. So I did that. That was so we went to I was in such a rush and my mind was going mental yesterday trying to pronounce this first village that I went to, which I think is Weiden. So I do apologise if anyone's watched that video and ripping hair out with my pronunciation. So I think it's Weiden anyway. And then we went to Melbourne, which was kind of sort of just down the road. Melbourne, small town, I suppose you could call it a small town, village come town kind of thing. I think it's more of a commuter kind of place for London. So we visit there. I'm having to do quite a bit at Melbourne at the moment, and I think moving forward. So we will be out that way, and there's loads more villages. I suppose it's kind of on the Cambridgeshire, Hertfordshire border. And there's loads of little tranquil kind of villages out there, which look like they haven't massively been touched too much. So I'm going to bring some of them videos out there to you as well. And once we get a few more minutes spare in life, and we get some videoing done, we're gonna go out and capture some of them villages as well, because they've got loads of, like, where you go into these areas where they've got these sort of thatched houses still, and that's really quite good. So yeah, we're going to go out and look at them. So I've been driving a few, but I know there's loads and loads more out there I want to go and have a look at. So we will do that for you. So, but yeah, that was quite good, quite nice churches. And I think the first one I went to at Weiden, I would guess that the graveyard grass had been cut just that day. So that was all nice and kept well. So anyway, let's go and get this milk put in. Hi, Ruth. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you, Ruth, for sharing. That's really good. Let me just drop your line. So, yeah. So, going back to the lives. Now, yeah, I didn't do one last week. And I couldn't quite believe we're on live number 15, which again, I know was nothing for these big hardened YouTubers, but obviously it is for me. But I've been holding off, one because of time. I hadn't had the time, unfortunately. I would like to say YouTube is my only job. I wish, but unfortunately, it's not. So, but looking at stats and the old dashboard and that, the views and everything else on the lives, you know, if you want to look at this to be realistic, it's not getting the views and it's not getting the playbacks and that kind of thing. So I kind of thought, is this really working? So so like I say, I've kind of calmed down the lives, and I'm not saying we'll phase them out, but it's not going to be a massive top sort of thing for me to do on YouTube, or not at the moment anyway. But we'll see how it goes. Done the clean washing jobs. Well, good. Hopefully that'll come through, Ruth. I've been there myself. All you can do is you just keep on at it, and at some point, hopefully, something will come through. I think a lot of jobs have been cut at the moment, which obviously due to our wonderful lot in Westminster. So anyway, well, yeah, have to watch what you say nowadays. I don't obviously want all the police turning up. So anyway, yeah, all you can do is keep trying, Ruth, and try and bear with it best you can, really, I guess. I don't particularly see the jobs market getting too much better. Certainly not at the moment, anyway. But we can only try. So, but yes. So yeah, lives. Where were we? Yeah. So I will. We're going to hold up doing some of the lives. I just think I don't have the subscriber count, really. I don't think, and we don't get the views and playbacks enough, unfortunately. So it's not that I'm never going to do them. We will do them every now and again, but I don't think at the moment I'm going to do it as a regular thing, because it's just not even getting the playbacks. Plan again, looking at some of the videos, I aren't either. There we go. I'm doing a clean put and wash it to draw tomorrow. And yes, I have my parents over tomorrow. So another excuse to go and have a cuppa. We know we like a cuppa here. So yeah. No, that'd be good. Nice to go out for a meal, have something to eat. Saves doing the washing up them, Ruth, doesn't it? Got to look at these little plus points. So, oh, okay. Well, happy early birthday then, Ruth. So that must be good to be 21. I wouldn't know. That's too long ago for me. Hi, Alpha. How's it going? Not seen you for a while. You've perhaps been on the more popular channels. Oh dear. Yeah, I thought I'd try Friday again. So and see how it goes. We're perhaps only going to do about half an hour today. And like I say, I I don't think the lives are quite hitting the mark. So yes. Anyway, so having a think today on the channel. We're kind of, what are we done, about 6 months now, I believe. So it's just kind of seeing where we are with it. Well, happy birthday for tomorrow, Alfred. That must be nice to be that young. Oh dear. Yeah, so we've I think we've kind of been running about 6 months now. So we're, what are we, April now? So it's just having a look, and I don't know whether I'm where I should be yet or not. I do feel on a channel I'm quite behind, really, on views and subs. So, but there, we'll hang in for now and see how it goes. We've got some bigger trips lined up yet, anyway. I'm not sure whether me going to local villages has really taken off or not, but you never know. Already told. Yeah, don't blame you, Alpha. No, that one's a bit warmer. It's better to have a hot cuppa. Now, I was going to go out and do a review this afternoon at a new cafe place, but when I walked by there, it was so full, I thought perhaps not today then. So we'll try and give them a shout out and review and that kind of thing. Perhaps a bit later or at another occasion. So, oh dear. But yeah, work-wise, it's bloody nightmare at the minute. It's nothing but hassle. So, but yes. But on the plus side, at least the weather's a bit out. I think what we was about 18. I think we hit here today. So yes. But it's all good. So I'm just trying to debate where we can pick some other locations to go to. We've got several months away before we do the big trip for the year. So, yeah. But we've got another number of other things we want to capture anyway. Yeah, it's pretty odd to have a... Yeah, I was literally out walking around in a t-shirt today. So... I thought it's normal. The weather's all right when you're at work. So. Yeah, I don't know what the weekend's meant to be. I'm hoping I can get out filming Sunday, but we will have to see how it goes. So I'm hoping it will hold out. Just going to have a quick look and see what's meant to be, actually. I'm hoping it'll be okay. Oh dear. God. Anyway. Oh no, we're down to 13 tomorrow. Oh. So that's not good. I'm good with heat. I've got 3 loads. Yeah. Luckily, I got to admit, when I was in Egypt, I didn't particularly need any. Needed about 20 hats there, I think, when I was there. Cool, that was so long ago now. Well, it feels ages ago anyway. Must be nice just to jet off every now and again. So I wouldn't know, but I mean, oh dear. Yeah, I've got to look at some more places we can visit, get some filming done. So I've got several on in my mind I want to go to. So, but yes. But no, I just wanted to. Obviously, you don't like to look at your dashboard, but on YouTube Studio. But I just get this feeling it's not quite get in where I think it should be, really. So we'll either have to look at the content or grab some luck. But yeah, that's quite amazed actually. Where I was going to video today, to actually find out it was completely packed. So yeah, I mean, I assumed everyone would have been at work, but I guess not. So that there actually wasn't a seat left in the cafe. So, and I thought, right, well, that's about 2:30 in the afternoon. That's packed on a weekday. I thought I'll go on a weekday because most people should be at work, but obviously not. So we'll have to re-look at that for another day. So yeah, I'll no, I didn't hear Alva. I haven't. Well, Jamie hasn't spoke to us, so I don't know, mate. So break from YouTube, Ruth. Do you know, there's bits of me how the channel's going at the moment. I've nearly debated it, but I thought, no, I thought I better keep going. I wanted to give it at least a year just to see where we are. But I find it okay, mate. Yeah, I'll have a look at that. Yeah, it's it's quite funny when you even do searches on YouTube, assuming that you'll find your stuff or locations where you've been, and your videos just don't get pushed at all. So I can see why a lot of people do get quite disheartened with this, because you do put quite a bit of effort into this, and it don't seem to actually happen. So I don't know whether mine is kind of where it should be or not, really. I suppose I've not got one of the most popular niches, particularly, unless you got lots of cash, obviously. So we'll I mean, like I said, I've always said we'll give it a year and see where we are. But I would kind of say, heart on heart, at the moment, I don't think the channel's going where I think it needs to go at the moment. So. Yeah, it certainly feels that way. I feel a lot of the time my videos won't get pushed. I think a lot of it is because through social media I do a lot of the pushing myself, which is why I think I get some of the views I got. And if I listen to some of these particular creators, and I'm not going to sit here and say they're wrong, because chances are they are correct. But when they say don't put it anywhere and just let YouTube do its thing, I'm thinking, well, at the moment, if I really let YouTube do its thing, I'd be getting absolutely nowhere at all. So right or wrong, yeah, I do push mine on social media, and obviously thanks, say, like how Ruth helps us along as well. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, mate. If anything, I think I'm actually getting less views than what I even were. And bearing in mind, there's one or two places I've been to that are very popular, and I've noticed there was another person who I know who does YouTube who went to the same location than I did, and he got about 80 million fucking more views than I got. So, and I don't know. It could be it could be just me as the host. That puts people off. But I don't know. I know the last Lego video actually didn't do well whatsoever. So perhaps just as well that was the last Lego set I had for a while. I don't know. I literally I don't know whether it's potluck on YouTube or whether you're just hitting your head against the wall. I don't really know what the answer is, but we will. Like I said, we will see where we are at the end of the year. by the time we get to the end of this year, I would have done over a year on here. Now, I totally understand that that's not, some people are years and years. And I'm not saying I'm going to stop at the end of the year, but we're certainly going to assess where we are. And I'm afraid if the figures really ain't a lot better than what they are, then you do get a bit hesitant putting so much effort into it, and it's just not really getting anywhere. So, but we will see. Like I said, we've got a long time to go yet, and we have got some big event ones coming up anyway. So, and like I say, where are we now? April. I mean, in 2 months' time, I'll be out of the country filming. So, like I say, the first week of June, I will be filming out of the UK. So, hopefully, that might gain some traction. We will see. Although I did notice my room review seems to be the highest ranking one on now. I think from today, for me, that's do plastering for 9 weeks. Yeah, yes, it's that time, Alpha. We'll have to figure out what you want to do. Oh dear. Yeah, we've all been there. And if it sounds like me, mate, you never choose the right one. So. There, never mind. Well, the old wind seems to be getting up, which that's a shame because that is kind of quite warm out there until you get caught in the wind as normal. So, but I suppose tomorrow I've got to try and build this effort up, and because I'll have to do something in the garden tomorrow. I'll keep trying to put it off, but I mean, you thought, oh, I've got plenty of time, and then next thing you know, it was April. So oh dear. So I was thinking I've got some more slideshow videos I want to put together as well. So I've got some more of them to do yet as well. So I might try and get one of them done as well over the weekend. And all of them, so I don't know which one to choose. Yeah. Well, I would say, Alpha, what one could you do as a hobby? And would that draw, what one do you like doing the most? That might be something to think about. But then again, you can look and say, well, what one's more likely to get me a career? So, and what I suppose to future-proof yourself, you could sit there, have a sit down and think, right, what one out there is AI not going to be able to do? So I would say these people, I would say longevity of jobs. I would say people who would do office analyst, data processing and populating kind of jobs. I would say long term, well, maybe not in my future, but I'm sure in people like yourselves, I think a lot of these office jobs which sit there with people data processing and everything else, let's face it, AI will be doing that at some point and they won't be there. I think these people who produce these commercial reports and accounts and anything in account, I could see teaching going that way, and I think that'll all get swallowed up by AI. Not so I don't know whether I doubt that'll be in my lifetime, but I can see it happening. Because a lot of stuff, if that consists of you sitting in front of a computer, just sitting there tapping away, then I hate to say an AI program can do that. Just be realistic, especially a lot of the articles I read as well from the IT side. So it could well be at the end of the day, the future-proof kind of jobs are going to be going back to doing the manual kind of stuff again. You know, these things that just aren't the skilled thing to do anymore. Because people want to go and get degrees and do office jobs, and I would imagine that'll be the degree office jobs that will get got rid of first. I would imagine actually the longevity jobs are going to be things like your plumbing and bricklaying and all that, because whatever happens, AI ain't going to replace that tomorrow. So it's not to say a long time away ahead of time that robots won't be able to do that, but I think that's way ahead, that one. So bearing in mind in East Anglia they're struggling to get 4G, mate. So 4 or 5G. So I'm choosing something constructions. Yeah. And to be fair, mate, do not actually long term. I think that would actually perhaps be the better job than, like I said, all this bloody office crap. Because all this office crap, you're sitting in front of a PC. Well, I think any job, if you sit in front of a PC, like I said, particularly where you're paper pushing, well, let's face it, you know full well that AI will be able to do that at some point. And I know, from what I know of commercial business world work, I can tell you right now, if a company could replace someone with a PC with an AI bot, they will, because they won't have to pay them wages and everything else. They won't go on strike and they won't go sick. So, but they will. You know, just be realistic about it. It's business would rather go and spend initially 3 times as much as that costs for you than keep people on. So, but yeah, like you said, manual jobs. Well, you know, unless you bring robotics and that into it, and a lot more advancements, that ain't gonna be took over tomorrow. In fact, I would imagine the chances are, Alfred, even at your age, if you went into manual or construction, that kind of work, I could see that lasting your lifetime as well easily. So until we get going at construction, yeah. Yeah, absolutely right, mate. One, from what I keep hearing, I'm not in that field, but from what I keep hearing, there's such a shortage of construction workers nationally anyway. A lot of these projects, even the house building side that they want to do, they couldn't do it even if they signed off and put the money up, because there's no one to do it. So all right. Okay. Yeah, I've just seen something from Jamie. So yeah, it's a bit of a sad loss. So yeah, so hang in there, Jamie. We are thinking about you if you do watch us at any point. So and sorry to hear that news, mate. So right, so is there any more for any more? Because like I said at the start, I'm not running these lives as long as I used to. We perhaps keep them to, we're kind of got to the half hour now. Because like I said, they're not drawing the views and the likes, and they're not drawing the replays. So I'm deeming that they're not too popular, particularly on my channel at the moment. So yeah. Anyway, unless anyone else has got any other questions or comments or anything at all you want to raise with me. So, but yeah. Okay. Right. Well, I will finish off then. Thanks, Ruth and Alpha, for joining on the call today. That's really good to see. And good to see you, Alpha. I haven't heard from you for a while. I will leave you guys in peace on your Friday afternoon, and I hope you have an excellent weekend. I'm going to try to, because I've certainly had enough of this week's work. I will I will catch you guys in the future at some point. Like I said, it's not that I'm not going to do lives, but we're just going to kind of hold them off for a bit until we either get a bit more luck in YouTube figures or a bit more established or a bit of everything. So anyway, I will catch you guys very soon. Have a very good weekend and break if you're having a break this weekend. And I'll catch you in the next one. So take care, and I'll see you very soon.